I'm just going to pick a brand of hand wash because we get prompted a lot to wash our hands. Sodium lauryl sulfate is the main ingredient after water, super toxic.
Meet Karen. Karen is product conscious. But Karen is more than just a savvy consumer.
There's polyquats, tetrasodium, EDTA, triclosan, DMDM, and lots of coloring. Again, I would say this product is super nasty.
Karen is also a product manufacturer. But that wasn't always the case.
So a long time ago, like 9 years ago now, I had my first son, and I was in the hospital, and I had just given birth, and I had this beautiful little boy in front of me, and I hadn't thought about anything after the labor and delivery part of giving birth. The nurse came in and said, okay, well, it's time to give him a bath. So I looked into my hospital freebie bag that they give you with the samples and stuff, and I found a little bottle of baby wash. And besides water, I didn't know what any of the ingredients were. I wasn't sure what was in the baby wash. I didn't feel really comfortable using it on him, so I opted just to use water and to go home and find something better. But when I went home and started searching in all the more like natural health food stores and baby stores and things like that, I found lots of things that looked really pretty, but when I flipped them over, I didn't feel any better about the ingredients.
Karen began experimenting in her kitchen, creating products that were safe to use on her new baby. Her homemade products attracted interest from other families, and Karen soon realized that the market for food-grade, safe personal care products was much larger than she imagined. Catering to her own family wasn't addressing the larger issue at hand, and so taking a proactive approach, Karen created her own company. Bare Organics was born.
Bare Organics is one of our favorite products that we supply. We really research and choose our products carefully based on the ingredients that go into making them and the packaging, and as well as the social responsibility of the producer. And we try to bring products that are made as close to home as possible. They're very popular. Yes, we can't keep them on the shelf.
We try to keep our ingredients as edible as possible, so we use food-grade organic ingredients wherever we can, because most people don't realize whatever you put on your skin goes right through to your bloodstream. About 60% of what you put on your skin can go right through, and there's no filter for it. There's nothing to break it down or help dilute it once it's in your body.
The consumer landscape has never been more confusing. If personal care products are so dangerous, then why are they allowed to be sold in stores?
I think the biggest myth out there is that people assume that just because a product is for sale, that someone somewhere has tested it and approved it and put a little stamp on it saying, this is good to use, no problem, carry on. And that's just not the way things work in Canada.
Manufacturers must notify Health Canada once a product is for sale, but all product testing is up to manufacturers themselves to regulate, leaving many companies free to include toxins illegal in other parts of the world. There are roughly a dozen chemical items that are banned for personal use in Canada, in contrast to the European Union, who have banned close to 10,000 items. The last thing any of us are thinking about while getting ready in the morning is the contents of our shampoo bottle, yet due to a lack of regulation, many of our everyday products are more toxic than we imagine. Every time someone uses a product that foams, like brushing your teeth, or like hand washing with liquid soap, a chemical called triclosan is released into water systems. Although Health Canada has recognized triclosan as a dangerous ingredient that never breaks down in the natural environment, it is still being used in many products. These days, all personal care products contain fragrance or perfume. Made with up to 4,000 different chemical compounds, not required to be listed on labels, fragrance has been proved to disrupt hormone function in animals, feminizing plant and aquatic life through high levels of exposure from city water runoff.
I would love it if all companies had more of a commitment to the health of their consumers, but I don't think that's the case. Most companies are driven by profit and other motives, and they're trying to keep their shareholders happy. And really, it shouldn't really be the onus on businesses and on the front line to do this research. This should be something that comes from above. Companies are more likely to follow suit if they're being forced to. I think we can change things by voting with our dollars. I hate to say that's all, but it does make a difference for sure. If suddenly everybody stops supporting a certain company or a certain product, it's going to have an effect on their bottom line, and hopefully someone else will take notice. You ready?
Although Karen doesn't imagine a much safer consumer market for her children, she remains positive about the impact of a back-to-basics approach embodied in the grassroots movement. A safe and healthy Canada starts with our concern for our loved ones. Although there's a long way to go, change begins with our willingness to create a better world for our children.